One of the biggest events of 2024 is set to be the total eclipse, and lots of questions out there about where to see it and will it get to us here in Northwest Arkansas. So here to help us understand all of it is our very own Josh Rugger. Josh, thank you for coming in when you didn't even have to be here early in the morning.
Hey, thanks for letting me on right now, guys.
Yeah,
it's always a good time to be on Good Day NWA. Enjoy you guys so much.
You're
It's awesome.
excited about this one too,
Yes,
I can tell.
yes, the entire weather team is really excited. I mean, Dan did a whole presentation
Right.
down in Little Rock with the National Weather Service on this, so you know this is going to be a big deal here in the state.
It's huge. It's huge for Arkansas because the path of totality is coming through our very state, right?
Yes,
Cutting right
exactly.
through the middle.
Yes,
Yeah.
very rare event to happen here in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, you
right?
were saying
Yes.
that this isn't another eclipse like this isn't going to happen for another 40 years,
Yes.
and even then, it's not going to be coming through Arkansas.
Yes, in the same way that it's going to go through, because it's going to go through the central part of the state, right? It's going to go right down the middle. It's almost like it planned it out over a million years ago.
Yeah,
so
no, I love
definitely
that.
very, very interesting, definitely awesome. But wanted to kind of talk about some safety tips as well, because
Sure.
here's the common misconception with these eclipses, right? It's just that you can look directly at it, right?
Of
You're
course.
Gonna be A-okay.
French
Don't
fry
be-
your corneas.
Yeah, right, exactly. And there's been some stories out there about that actually happening. So you want to make sure you got some safety. Here's the reason why you're going to want that safety equipment, because during the total solar eclipse, it's going to kind of be a process of totality happening, right? We've got the penumbra and we've got the umbra. The penumbra is that partial shadow that you see going across the sun very slowly as we get closer and closer to totality. That's what we call the umbra, which is that full shadow when the sun and the moon are exactly
I think I
aligned with
wore
the Earth.
some Umbra branded shorts in high school for soccer.
Yes, not Gucci, not
No,
Gucci.
no
Yes,
No
yes.
Gucci for me.
No Gucci for me either. And this is why you want to have that solar viewing tip safety. Obviously, sunglasses are not going to be sufficient enough protection. You're going to want to find that special approved solar glasses that you can find on Amazon.
Okay, so you can get those right
Get them now. They'll
Yes.
sell out.
Yes.
I remember maybe back in 2016, 2017, we also had an eclipse that got some portion of it got to us here in Northwest Arkansas, and everybody was running out and buying these glasses so you could look at the sun.
Yes, that was the only way we were going to be able to see it too. And believe it or
That
not,
was like a partial, right?
and that was, so it was total for the Midwest. Here in Northwest Arkansas, it was partial. What's crazy about that situation, I remember it very fondly, we had almost 90% coverage here.
Okay.
And you really couldn't tell unless you had those glasses on.
Because see, like I hear these meteorologists all the time going, "This is the only eclipse you'll ever see in your entire human life, so you better get out there now." And then they're like, "Oh well, actually, here's another one." Like,
Yes.
what makes this one so special?
Well, it's that totality,
The
right?
totality.
And let's take a look at that map right now, because we're going to take a closer look at that. Look at that. The path of
Wow.
total solar eclipse is going right through the
that's
central
us.
part of the state,
Right
right?
there.
I mean, that's a very special situation right there. We're not going to get something like this for another 40 years here in the
the
United
rest
States.
of your life.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for some folks, I'm
Yes.
sure. And, I was talking to Dan Scoff about this. He's actually seen a total solar eclipse before. He's also seen a lot of tornadoes. He's a big
Sure,
storm chaser.
yes.
And he said he would rather see one total solar eclipse over 100 tornadoes. So that
1
puts it
to
into
100.
Exactly, right? That's
That's
a
the
bit.
ratio. That's big.
So would he rather
Yes.
see Stevie Nicks or a total eclipse of the heart or a total eclipse?
or landslide.
Yeah,
Or that too,
right. Yes.
right? What do you
I'm
go
sure he
for?
would like all of those,
Yes,
right? He's a
absolutely.
big rock and roll guy.
Yes.
Yes.
But we're going with the total solar eclipse and the path of totality. And we were looking at that map there because it looks like it's just a little bit south and to the east of us. Is that
Yes,
right?
well, so the path of totality will be centered over part of our weather coverage area. You can see that right there. Now that line is just the center of it, right?
Yeah,
So if
okay.
you're right at the center
Like
of that line,
Mina is getting
yeah,
it.
you're getting it, right? You're
Right.
gonna get more time in that totality, right? The farther you are away from that, the less time you're gonna get with that totality, because that's that moon shadow that's going through the central part of the state. So if we zoom in a little bit closer here, you can see some areas where maybe you can get some viewing experiences.
Yeah.
We got
Clinton's
Highway
getting it.
412. Yeah, Clinton's right in the middle of it, right there. Moulton as well.
Moulton,
along
so
Interstate
yeah,
40.
Petty Jean.
Yes, and how about Mount Magazine?
Mount Magazine.
That's where Dan and I are going to probably be hanging
Okay.
out at. So yeah, definitely a lot of good spots.
Do you
Go
think
check it
people
out.
need to be aware as they're driving down I-40 as well? Do you think people are going to just be pulled over on the side of the road there checking it out?
It's going to look like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, guys, this is huge for the economy of Arkansas. We're going to have millions of people in the state coming to see this, the hotels and everything. So it's going to be absolutely amazing on April 8th, 2024.
April
Very
8th.
important date.
Okay,
April
yeah,
8th,
that's the
we
date.
got it.
Gotta get the
and
date.
it is a Monday, so take off work, make plans now.
Yes.
April
Calendar
8th
smart.
is the time.
Yes.
Glass is ordered. Let's do it.
Yes, and you're off on Monday, right? The bar's closed.
We're done.
Rock and
Yeah.
roll.
Sign me up.